What's going on, everybody? David here. Today we're going to talk about travel insurance. So let's say you're traveling outside the country. Should you get travel insurance, like a third-party travel insurance? Not the stuff that comes with your credit card, but something in addition to that. But first off, on this channel, we talk about inspiring people to travel more. If that sounds like something interesting to you, please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the little bell icon so you can get future updates on my videos. All right, so I want to talk about this, but I want to look at a website first. This is travelinsurance.com. I do use this website to look at different travel insurance options. Okay, so I filled out the information already, so I won't bore you guys with all the details, but pretty much it's basic information that you need to put in there. You need to put when you're leaving, where you're going to, how much your trip is going to, you estimate your trip is going to cost. And that's because if you have trip cancellation, they will reimburse you, but they're only going to reimburse you the amount that you put here, or up to the amount that you put here. So other things here, your age, they're going to want to know that. They're also going to want to know information about where you reside. So just click Get Quote. Okay, so here we have all the different insurance companies, and they have the price there, and they also give you a quick synopsis of what they offer. Okay, so we'll go over some of those things right here. So looking at the top here is $42, and it's not that much, $42, and let's go all the way down to the bottom here. So we go from 42 to about, we can keep going, 100, it goes into 100, like $135 is the most. But we'll look at some of the smaller ones, and then we'll go up to the more expensive ones just to see the different benefits that you can get. So with this one, trip cancellation, you're going to get 100% back. So if for whatever reason, let's say you have an illness or something, you can't travel, well, you can be reimbursed up to 100%. So whatever you pay out, you can get that back. Okay, now this number will change your, this $42 will change if the cost of your trip is more. Okay, so you do need to consider that. All right, medical evacuation. This is really important. So if let's say you get in a serious injury while you're out of the country, and one thing we want to talk about too, medical insurance in the U.S. in most cases not going to cover you if you're in another country. So you do need to have something in place. Some credit cards will give you some certain perks, some little medical emergency benefits. Not many cards will. The Chase Sapphire Reserve is one that will give you $2,500. So if you have a medical emergency, they'll give you $2,500. Plus, they'll give you, you will have an evacuation. I think it's $100,000 to medically evacuate you out of a country. The Amex Platinum, I think it's a little bit more. I think it's $200,000 or $250,000. But not all credit cards are going to give you these benefits, so it's always good to just go out. If it's $42, you're paying an extra $42 to have some more insurance in case you need it. Okay, so $100,000 for that, for medical evacuation, and then emergency medical. So you get $10,000 here. So if you were to get hit by a car or something like that, you might you can use that $10,000, and hopefully that will be enough. And if you are really seriously injured, then they can evacuate you out of the country, hopefully to an area where your insurance will cover. So bring you back to the U.S. or something like that. So that's good. Okay, baggage loss, $750. Flight, okay, so the flight accident. So this is different, optional upgrade, that kind of stuff. Accidental death. So these things, they don't cover much, or you can get an upgrade there if you want to. But that's just for this insurance company. Okay, you have a variety of different insurance companies. Some of them will offer you different things. This one, trip cancellation or trip interruption. So if you get a trip interruption, you're going to get a little bit of extra money. So if you pay $1,000 for your trip, you're going to get 150% back, so you're going to get $1,500. Okay, so you'll get a little extra money just for your troubles. So let's say you're out in another country, or you're out somewhere and there's a hurricane and you can't get to your destination, so your trip is ruined. Well, they will compensate you in that fashion. Now, medical evacuation, $250,000 here, so you do get more for your medical evacuation here. Emergency medical, here you're going to get $50,000 instead of the $10,000 that we saw in the other insurance company. So that's good. So you just need to look and find the one that best suits you. Now let's go down to the bottom here. I just want to see some of these insurance companies at the bottom offered a little bit, or they were a little higher in price. I just want to see what the difference is. So we'll look at this one, $108. So you're pretty much getting the same there. Now, medical evacuation, you're going to get $1 million for medical evacuation. Okay, and then the emergency medical, you get 50,000. Okay, so some of the same coverage, really. Baggage loss, you get 2,000. Now, with baggage loss, with the Chase Sapphire Reserve, they have really good benefits for that. And the Amex Platinum also has some pretty good benefits if you lose your luggage. Very rarely does your luggage ever get lost. Usually, it's misplaced, and you'll get it at some point. And with credit cards, they do have some pretty good perks where they'll give you $100 a day until you get your luggage back for 5 days. Usually they max it out at 5 days for a lot of different ones. So I don't know if you necessarily need $1 million for medical evacuation. That would be something a really serious situation there. But for the most part, most of them are about 100,000 or 200,000 when it comes to that. A lot of these actually are $1 million. That the ones with the higher price there. But at least get something. I think it would benefit you to get something when it comes to third-party insurance. So overall, I mean, it's one of those deals. For me, it's just a peace of mind. I can be out there. I pay an extra $42 or an extra $50, and I'm out there, and I don't really have to worry about too much. So if things go wrong, I know I have the insurance company that I can call on, as well as I can call my credit card company, because I have some insurance with them as well, and see which one is the better fit. But I do have options, and that's just spending an extra $50. I know so you might think, well, I don't want to have to spend extra money. I have my credit card, I'll use that. But if something does go wrong, then you could be looking at a situation where you're thinking, why didn't I spend an extra $50? I would have been able to save thousands of dollars. Let's say if you have an injury and it costs $6,000 and you have the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you use that card, well, you get $2,500, but you're not going to have money to pay the rest of that. Whereas if you have some insurance, medical emergency insurance will allow you to, in this case, $10,000 will go right to that, and you don't have to pay anything out of pocket, no deductible or anything like that. So just something to consider. But more importantly, I want to know, do you guys have travel insurance? Do you use travel insurance when you travel? Please post it down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.